Ta-da! So I'm finally making another video in English. Forgive me for being so absent because you know what, my coaching group is mainly French speakers, so they're participating, they are interactive, and it gives me more. The more you interact with me on my page or on my YouTube channel, the more I'm going to give. So that's how it actually goes. But I just want to make this video because my video on know thyself and research your name got a mixed reviews, so I just need to clarify a few different things, because it seems that well, I do have a base of people, subscribers who are in the US, but I don't have just people who are in the US. I also have black people who are all over, who speak English, and from different countries, from different cultural backgrounds. So sometimes when I'm speaking, I'm saying, I'm talking to the community at large. It's not just to point to African Americans. Most of the time when I do that, I will specify and say, this is more applicable to African Americans or to people wherever they are. So don't always take that all of my videos are just for African American. My videos are for whoever it's needful for. This is another thing that you need to do. You need to learn how to take what's useful for you and move along without, dropping your negativity. Move along. Take what you need and leave the rest. Take what's useful and leave the rest. You're not gonna like all of my videos because all of my videos are not all for you. Some of them are applicable at some point, others may be applicable later, maybe not applicable at all, and you have to use your discernment to realize that. Okay, this is just a part of life. You're gonna meet people that you love, that you appreciate, and they may say something that you don't like. It doesn't mean you're gonna have to start screaming and yelling and, and feeling disappointed and all that. No, that's just life. Your mother may tell you something you don't like. Your child may tell you something you don't like. Your partner, your husband may tell you something you don't like. It may even disagree with you on some point. And that's just life. You need to accept that people will have a different point of view than you. And you just need to move on. Either and the beauty of social media is that you can click off that video. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to be there. But the fact that you're staying there and you're watching the whole thing and you're jumping to another video or jumping to another video, that means there's something there that must be calling you because you keep watching all the different videos. And I'm saying this is not just one particular person, but it's a couple of people. So I just wanted to address that. It's like the beauty that you have the power to choose what you want to be exposed to. And there are lots and lots of beautiful, amazing teachers here on YouTube. Teachers from the diaspora, right from the US. I don't need to name them, everybody knows them. So I think it's just a matter of you to just, don't feel frustrated when you're coming on my channel and you're saying that I'm sharing my point of view, I'm sharing my experience. I can't share yours, I don't know what yours is. So I can only share what experience that I do have. And if this is something that is not aligning with you or resonating with you, then you can just move on. You don't need to fight me or want to fight me or I'll leave your negativity. It's not useful. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna change my point of view just because that you're not happy about it or just because you don't want to hear it. If you don't want to hear it, you don't have to click on my videos. You don't have to be a subscriber. You can unsubscribe. It's you pretty much subscribing this. YouTube is pretty much a public platform where you get to see content created by people who take the time to do so, and I do that because I know it will help at least one person. And I've gotten, for every a person that's mad or something like that, I got thousands and thousands of people who tells me that who watch the rest of it, who leave comments and all that stuff, and who message me after sometime watching just one video and saying how useful it was. So I'm not like mad or anything. I'm just telling you for your own well-being that don't expose yourself to things that are going to frustrate you. Now that you know that my channel, you disagree with most of the stuff, then don't. I see you putting a dislike and stuff like that. You can go ahead and do that, but I said don't expose yourself to something that's going to frustrate you. Honestly, I'm subscribed to people I like listening to, even some channel that I don't necessarily share the point of view, but I listen to them because I'm learning something. I'm learning, even if sometimes you just learn the fact that there are people out there that think like that. Okay, it doesn't have to be like a learning experience where, oh, this is gaining, enriching my life in a grand kind of way. Sometimes it's just like, oh, now you're aware that there are people who think like that. There are people who do stuff like that. And that's it. Sometimes that's the only thing, that's the little nugget that you're gonna get. So, yeah, so just don't, and stop being so sensitive. The reason why I'm not just here throwing things around. The reason why I advise you to research your name is because whatever name that you haven't been initiated. You haven't sometimes people haven't even done the work of changing who they are, the way of thinking, the negative way of thinking, and the things that are negative they're doing, and thinking that just by changing your name all of a sudden you're purging anything. You're not purging anything. Your behavior, your mentality, your way of thinking has to shift as well. Otherwise you're still going to carry the vibration that you had before under the other name. You may be changing, it's just like having someone who's dirty who doesn't bathe and just like change clothes. The smell and the dead cells are still going to be there. So it's important for you to, if you're considering changing your name, for no matter what the reason is, it's important for you to understand what type of energy, what type of source that name had, what type of influence that name had. And also understand that you are really powerful. I wasn't saying that to demean or to undermine you. On the contrary, it's to remind you of your own power. There are thousands and thousands of examples of melanated people throughout the diaspora who've done amazing things with all kind of names. Especially if you're one of those Moors. You know that the Moors were in Europe and within the Arab culture as well. They had names that were Arab sounding, French sounding, so forth and so on. And they still manage with those names to do amazing things. And that's the fact. It's not me making it up or me wanting it to be like that. There are melanated people who are in India, in Australia, with names that are not African. And yet they manage to strive. Yet they manage to impact and contribute to the society that they live in. They manage to build and create things, new cultures. Create things that are amazing, that people travel to learn about. So if you want to sit there and blame yourself and blame the slave master and blame all of that and recounting that, that's also a choice that you are free to make. That's your choice. But don't assume that you know me or you know the extent that I know the African American diaspora. And if you're really curious about it, I invite you to watch my video on New Orleans, because I think it's really gratuitous sometimes to just state blanket statement for something that you don't really know about me and about my connection to the US. Yes, in this life I wasn't born in the US in this life, but I have many deep connections with the US, which I've lived there, I've studied there, I've traveled there, I've had a lot of experiences there, not just in this lifetime. So I think it's sometimes you don't reduce individuals to one thing. I think this is something I'm always stressing, that it's so tempting and is done so casually now, that somebody says something that you disagree with or you don't like, and then that person has to be all about that one moment, all about that one thing that they said, no matter what other else you've learned from them or how much you appreciate or admire them. I think it's really sad, and this is no matter what the situation is. Somebody can cheat on you and all of a sudden the entire relationship was fake. How do you know the entire relationship was fake? There may have been moments with sincerity and they still cheated on you besides that. So you can't reduce that person just on the cheating part. You have to still expand it and look at all of the facets of that individual. And that individual does not become bad just because he cheated on you. That's reductive. The same way you wouldn't want anyone to reduce your entire life, your entire being, to one mistake you've made, or to one negative thing that you've made or that you've done. Otherwise, people be throwing stone at each other all over the place. There's a reason why you were born where you were born, the family that you were born, and this reason is because you have the ability to strive. You have the ability to strive. You are really powerful. It's just you just need to realize it. And if you don't, I cannot help you. So those are just considerations that I wanted to share. And for those of you who lasted that long, I want also to share that, you know, for Thanksgiving, I will be doing a discount on all of my consultations. So instead of paying $75, it's going to be down to $50. And because I'm almost booked up for the rest of the year, those are probably going to be consultations that's going to be taking place next year. But if you want to book now to take advantage of the discount, you can already email me. My email will be in the description box. And yes, under this video I will be doing a giveaway for Christmas, so that's gonna be upcoming. I'm gonna think about what kind of giveaway I could do. If you have suggestions or things that you would like, things that you appreciate from me, of course, so it has to be either a service from me, a free consultation, hey, who knows, or my natural hair card. Just leave me a comment under the video, and yeah, and then I'll look at it and I'll see what I can integrate for the holidays, Christmas holidays giveaway. Other than that, I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'll see you really soon. Bye bye.